Welcome to this episode of The Unnoticed Entrepreneur with me, Jim James, and today we're in Singapore. I'm here with Paul Meyers. Paul, welcome to the show.
Hi, Jim. Thanks so much. It's great to see you again after so many years. I'm a multiple times founder. I've had a couple of exits. I've had a couple of train wrecks. I've had a couple of zombies. I've kind of been around the startup industry, as it were, for about 20 years now. I've been a coach and a mentor and a VC and an investor. And during that time, I've seen both firsthand and anecdotally that being a founder is very difficult. It's not as glorious as it's always painted to be. And in fact, it's quite difficult and emotionally it's trying. And a lot of founders struggle with it because one, the media portrays it as you have to be successful, you have to be big. And we see Elon and we see Zuckerberg and we see all the big names being successful, but they're like literally 1 in 100,000, 1 in a million, where everybody else is much harder. So that's number one. And number two is you work very hard for 7 to 10 years and it's all uncertain and all changing and there's no real internal guideposts. And then the third part is nobody talks about it, right? It connotes, or we believe it connotes weakness and failure. If you say, help, I need help. The first thing I always recommend is talk to other founders, right? And generally, this is especially true for first-time founders because no matter what business school you go to or what books you read or whatever stories you hear, it doesn't prepare you for the shock of how difficult it is and how stressful it can be. So the people who can help you the most may not be your partner at home or may not be a parent or may not be your investor, though some investors are getting better at it. It's people who've gone through it before. And they're like, I know, I hear you, pat on the back, talk it through. And almost all founders who have been through it are happy to talk to first-time founders who are going through it because they know it's like you're part of this band of you're trying to do something great. You're trying to change the world, right? And what really helped me was volunteering and volunteering to help somebody else, okay? And in this case, it was helping kids with physical issues, to learn to swim. And what I think that does for you as a founder, you as a human who's dedicating their time to volunteering to help someone out is not think about yourself. You're thinking about someone else, another hormonal response, which makes you feel good and reduces stress. And it's very helpful, which is why sometimes it's really interesting. I always thought that like cat cafes were the provenance of like teenage girls, going to pet a cat. But actually, if you go to Japan and you go to China, what you see are people going to cat cafes and pet places because it's touching, right? It's releasing these hormones that actually make you feel better. Get a massage, give a massage, you get the same amount of the hormones, when you get or give a massage, any of that kind of stuff. Don't be weird, but just like remember, you're a human being and your body and your whole system really needs that.
Now, this was just a 2-minute trailer for a full 20-minute show. The show will be dropping into your feed in the next day or so, so do look out for it and do enjoy it, share it, and review it. Thanks for listening to this trailer of The Unnoticed Entrepreneur.